Hi guys, how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody is doing great. My name is Miss Young and I make videos to help you remember the things that you already know and to teach you about some new things too. So guys, today what we're going to do is we're going to start off talking about some phrases or some expressions that people say that might be confusing. And then we're going to switch screens and we're going to do our lesson. And then we're going to come back here, talk about your lesson, and talk about things that you can do at home. So what is our lesson going to be about today? We are going to talk all about bats. Bats, guys, are not just for Halloween. Bats are very cool animals, and they're nothing to be afraid of. And they don't suck your blood. They help us out in many, many ways. So we're going to learn about that today. So stay tuned. All right. So sometimes when we're talking to people, friends, family, coworkers, sometimes people say expressions or they have sayings that are kind of confusing. And these sayings have words in them that don't really mean what the words say. So, here are a couple that we're going to talk about today. If I said, "Oh boy, he let the cat out of the bag." Or if I say, "Ah, you spilled the beans." Does that mean that I had a bag and I had a cat in it and I pulled the cat out of the bag? Or does it mean that I had a bowl of beans and I spilled them all over the floor? No, neither one of those is right. If somebody says, "Oh man, she let the cat out of the bag," or if somebody says, "Oh, you spilled the beans," or "Don't spill the beans," or "Don't let the cat out of the bag," what that means is you do not want to share a secret. It's like you're telling somebody, this is a secret, this is a surprise. Don't tell anybody. Don't give away our surprise. Don't give away our secret. So if you say, "Oh man, she spilled the beans," that means she did give away the secret. Meow. And you wanted to keep it a surprise. So, or if you say, "She let the cat out of the bag," that means she or he or whoever gave away the secret. So those are two expressions that we sometimes hear, sometimes sayings that we sometimes hear that can be kind of confusing. So next time you hear somebody say that, you'll know what that means. It means don't give away any secrets or any surprises. Okay? Okie dokie, guys. So today we're going to learn about bats. Like I said, they're not just for Halloween. Very, very interesting animals. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. I'll see you back here in a few minutes.
Bats live all over the world except for places like the North Pole because they don't like the cold weather. They like to live where it is nice and warm. They are part of a group of animals called mammals. Mammals are animals that have fur. Mammals also have live babies and drink their mother's milk. But what makes bats so special is that they are the only mammal that can fly. It takes bats about 1 month to learn how to fly after they are born. They have webbed wings. That means their wings have bones connected by thin skin. They also have 4 little fingers and a thumb. Bat feet have toes with claws. And then they also have sharp teeth. They have big ears, and they can see and hear very well. They sleep during the day and hang upside down by their feet. You know what? Even though they hang upside down, they don't get dizzy. They live in trees, caves, barns, and on bridges. Some bats live in empty buildings. At night, they are very busy and search for their food. They use sound to find their food. They make noises, and then they listen for an echo. And then they trap their food in their wings. A few of the bigger bats eat frogs, lizards, and fish, but most bats eat fruit and bugs. If it wasn't for bats, we'd have a lot more mosquitoes. Bats eat millions of bugs, and this helps farmers so that the bugs don't eat their fruits and vegetables. Bats also spread seed and pollen, which helps new plants and trees grow. In the fall, bats gather together and hibernate. Hibernate means they sleep or rest during the winter. They can live through the winter without eating that much food. There are over 1,000 different kinds of bats in the world. Out of all of these bats, there are only 3 kinds that like to feed on blood, and they mostly eat animal blood. Some people think bats spread diseases, but that is not true. Bats are also very clean animals. They groom themselves and lick each other. The smallest bat is about the size of a penny, and the biggest bat can spread its wings up to 6 feet. Bats can be a few different colors: gray, black, brown, yellow, and sometimes orange. A fun fact is that there is one kind of bat that can have a twin brother or a twin sister. Because they hide during the day and fly during the night, larger animals can't eat them. So that means that many bats can live for 20 years or more. Bats are very important and interesting animals.
Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed learning all about bats. Aren't they interesting? I think so. So let's first review what we talked about at the beginning of the video, that the group of animals called mammals are the group of animals that have fur, they have live babies, and their babies drink their mama's milk. Well, bats are the only mammals that can fly. And they have those cool webbed wings, and they have their little fingers with their claws so that they can hang upside down. And they're very smart, and they're very clean, and they love to be with their family, so there's nothing to be afraid of. Only a few of the thousands of kinds of bats drink blood, and that's usually the blood of animals. So you don't have to worry about bats if you see them in the trees in your yard. So they eat so many bugs that they help the farmers, because if it wasn't for the bats eating the bugs would eat the crops. That's all the vegetables and plants that the farmers grow, and we wouldn't have as much food as we have. So the bats help us in that way, and they also help the plants and the trees grow by spreading pollen. And pollen is that sticky stuff that's in the flowers of certain plants, and they eat that sticky stuff and they spread it around, and then more plants and trees grow. So they are also very, very helpful animals as well. So you do not want to ever be mean to a bat, or if you see a bat in trouble, you want to help it, take it to a humane society, or call a humane society, and they will tell you how to take care of it. And you could even, if you want to attract some bats to your house, there are things called bat houses. And they're little wooden, kind of like a birdhouse, only they're shaped a little different. They're a little flatter. Birdhouses are more square. And you could put it up in your tree, and then it'll be a nice, safe place for bats to live during the day when they're sleeping. Because remember, we learned at night is when they fly around and hunt for food and do their thing. They work and play at night, and then they sleep during the day. So you could build a bat house if you want. Because we really need to save the bats because they are so helpful. Okay, guys, so let's talk about some things that you can do at home. Well, the first thing that you can do at home, there are so many interesting things about bats. So the first thing you can do is you can list 5 facts, write down 5 facts that you learned about bats. Where do they live? Where do they sleep? What do they eat? How do they help us? What do they look like? You could make a list of the things that you learned. You could also make a bat craft or draw a bat picture. Bats are very easy to draw. You could draw a bat picture that looks like that. You could make his eyes bigger or his ears bigger. You could draw it all different. You could color it different colors. And you could look up, if you have a computer, you could look up bat crafts. And, oh my goodness, lots of different craft projects will come up if you look up bat crafts. And then another thing that you can look up if you have a computer or if you have someone that can help you, if you need a little bit of help, and that's okay, you can go to the website called animals.sandiegozoo.org. And San Diego Zoo has a website that has information about bats, and it even has a place where you could press it and it has the sounds that bats make, and so you can listen to how bats really sound. It's really neat, and they have nice pictures and nice information if you want to learn more about bats. Now, if you don't have a computer, that is okay. Or if you don't have a computer, internet, or you can't get to that, don't worry, it's okay. So, guys, that's about all the time we have for today. I hope you have a great, great, great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!